Blazing up, playing Dayz, they can't help but see. Running through Cherno with my squad on scene. Got green in my pocket and green in my dreams, yo. They all tryna match my level, but they ain't this clean. I'ma loot Northwest, turn beast mode. Snatching all the goods, hot score overload. Ganja never sleeps, yeah, always on the grind. Smoking loud, looting proud, blowing out their mind. Dayz champion, gotta keep my shine. Catching all the vibes, game strong every time. Eyes red like a sunset, but my vision clear. Enemies in my lanes, they all disappearing here. Best place in Dayz, made it through blood, sweat, tears. On this cloud, flying high, y'all can cheer. Ripping trees, packing bowls, never any fears. Kush got me steady, every move sincere. Ganja never sleeps, yeah, always on the grind. Smoking loud, looting proud, blowing out their minds. Dayz champion, gotta keep my shine. Catching all the vibes, game strong every time. Loot chest, roll blunts, never losing stacks. From Cherno to Northwest, always got my back. Cloud rap, kingpin, trapping all these packs. Dayz, legend, rolling with no cracks. Ganja never sleeps, yeah, always on the grind. Smoking loud, looting proud, blowing out their mind. Dayz champion, gotta keep my shine. Catching all the vibes, game strong every time.
Yo, yo, yo! What's good, Ganja Gamers? How's everybody doing today, tonight, whatever it is for you? As always, make sure you smash that like and subscribe. We're going to watch a quick Wobo video on all the new changes and stuff that are coming and that's happened and why you can't get guns in certain spots and temperature changes. So we're going to watch a quick little video. Hopefully it's quick, and then we'll get down on some Dayz. Let's go.
Servers, Classroom servers, Such and Pepper servers, Seattle's Cloud, We the Remain Roleplay, Dayz Sentinel servers, the Stronger Community, the Karma Crew servers, and Dayz Kraken leaderboards for making this video possible. Dayz 1.26 has a monstrous amount of changes to go over, and like usual, there are a lot of details below the surface that change all of the maps, not just Sakau. So to get everybody up to speed with how 1.26 has actually changed Dayz, here are the 10 must-know changes of this patch. Now, unless you've been trapped inside P. Diddy's basement for the last 6 months, you probably know of Sakau, but this video's focus is on how Dayz has changed as a whole.
Anybody else watch this video? How do you like the new changes? Are you excited? Do you like it? Do you think they're going too far? Let me know in the comments.
All in 1.26 with the addition of all of these items here. I've covered boats in extreme detail in these videos, with boats spawning on all maps, not just Sakau, but most new items do not spawn on Chernarus or Livonia. Community servers can add these items, of course, but otherwise Sakau is the only place that you're going to find them, which means that all maps have these items now. These are the new items across all maps, with some loot on some maps being taken away. On Livonia then, the hunting jacket and pants variants Autumn, Brown and Winter will no longer spawn, and nor do any of these weapons, which is quite a few weapons.
Like they took out the KA-74U, the KA-74, the Scorpion, the Bison, the SSG, the Tundra, the VSS, the IJ, the CR-75, and the Longhorn, bro. That is crazy to take out all those guns, man. Look. Taking out my IJ in Livonia, no more IJ in a Dream, bro, nothing. No more KA-74Us or 74s. That's like my most common gun, bro. That's crazy they're taking that out of Livonia. I probably won't be playing too much Livonia, to be honest, so...
This was likely done to create differences in loot across maps, with
That's what I said, so
being a country that's not exactly known for creating the VSS or the AK-74 as much as other maps, because on Chernarus, only the Val doesn't spawn. All other weapons on Chernarus will spawn this patch. Now it is possible to transfer items between maps like it was before, so you can have the KA-74 in Livonia, but you'll need to loot it on either Chernarus or Sakau, and then switch to Livonia, keeping in mind that no magazines for this 74 will be found on Livonia either. The hunting jacket and pants now...
Not even a mag, no bullets, bro. It's going to be a struggle in Livonia. Livonia
have these installation values rather than all of them being high installation, and I believe that's the reason why they're split across several different maps, and bad installation was renamed to worst installation in this patch. The installation values has changed on other gear too, but I'll cover that in another video, along with the huge changes to inventory sizes that you certainly will notice this patch, with Jacko on Reddit giving us some initial insight into these changes. The only other change to clothing was the plate carrier pouches now solely being repaired with the leather sewing kit instead of the sewing kit and duct tape.
A lot of these changes have been like this for a while. Get this ad away. Oh man, 17 seconds before I can skip it? How do you add what time you can do it before you skip the commercial? Anybody know? Yo, Fusion, Poop Gang, yo, yo, yo.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Is this what it feels like to watch Ganja Gaming? Is that what it feels like, guys?
With the release of Frostline, the Dean Hall
Look, that's the Dean Hall zombie. I told you, I found him the other day.
With many infected types being reskinned to fit the theme of Sakau's harsh climate, but all of these new infected only spawn
They
on
must
Sakau.
have watched Ganja
This
Gaming.
also includes the reindeer here,
When he was
and
talking
also
about
what I
how
call
we got
the
regular
reindeer.
infected
But the other
in
two
there.
animals, the fox and the hare, spawn across all maps. Skinning any of these will give you pelts that are a huge 5 to 10 times heavier than last patch, and there's been a lot of changes to trapping animals and trapping fish too. Again, too much to cover here. I haven't even had time to test this stuff. What I do know though is that infected will damage the durability of our gear 31% less this patch, and then we hit
Nice. So less zombie damage. That's pretty decent, guys. Who likes that? 30% less zombie damage to clothes and stuff.
pistols, the Vakir, SC5, Scorpion, Bison, and UMP 10% less effectively, with this Sporter being a huge 60% quieter to infected, but they still hear it much further away than a suppressed weapon. Apart from Sakau introducing loads of new ambient sounds, ambient music will play 25% more often on all maps, and each wolf in a pack will howl every 30 seconds instead of 12, with them sometimes still not howling at all due to a bug. The new Tenderizer and Hammer make base building sounds now, as it says in the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure the Hammer made sounds before, it was only the Tenderizer that didn't. I also believe the tire repair kit is supposed to make sounds now, as the sounds are in the game files, but perhaps that's coming next patch. This is what they sound like.
That's weird.
Continuous actions such as repairing a tire, fishing, or drinking from a water source now restricts your camera angles so you can't see behind.
I'm pretty sure they had this restriction camera angle on before. Has anybody tried it? It still lets you hit LB twice, right? And do the look around like we've been doing. Like you can still look around. I don't think that's true.
In addition, a player you force feed must be facing you, with this not being based on where they're looking, only which way their body is facing, and it has a sound effect now too. If food or drink is too hot and you consume it, it will damage you or other players, and yes, it means you can kill other players by force feeding them hot food, but it takes around 1 minute of continuous force feeding from full health, and they will likely go unconscious before death unless they have low health already, with unconscious players refusing to eat their dinner. To get food this hot, you can now add all food items to cooking pot slots to warm them up or defrost them, and all containers can be used in cooking slots to boil away cholera.
I'll tell you right now, if you use the plastic bottle or that, the snow bottle, whatever it's called, if you put hot water in it, it ruins it. I've tried it. I've tried to fill up out of the springs. I've tried to fill up out of my cooking pot. It just destroys it.
When some plastic water containers become too hot, either in a fire or filled with hot spring water, it decreases their durability and the amount of water inside. But only the plastic bottle and filtering bottle do this, so the plastic canteen and glass bottle don't. I do see the canteen being added to the list though, and maybe plastic wrapped in cardboard foods too, because logic. It's also logical to be able to climb out of water, which you can now do, and fishing has changed too, but at its core, fishing is pretty much the same as it was last patch. Preparing fish or cutting down trees no longer impacts your soft skills because they were removed. Soft skills are no longer in Dayz, in case you were wondering why the UI element has vanished, but the flares, they do a little twirl as they fall now, so we got that. But in all seriousness, this does differentiate the red flare from the flare gun from the red flare used in a gas attack, because with a gas attack, the flare doesn't spiral downwards. These flares can
I don't think this
be seen at the
I don't think the view distance applies to us, so I'm not for sure we have to worry about that.
Max viewing distance like it was last patch at 1100 meters, and as is the case with fireplaces, torches and all other light sources, including how far away you can see players, still 1100 meters maximum, but we can see terrain and objects much further away now. The terrain option has 6 settings, with these 6 settings representing these 6 distances, so extreme truly is extreme because it's 10 kilometers. For objects which...
That would be pretty cool if you could. 99 FPS. He's using a 3060 Ti, I believe. Is that what that says? RTX 30. It's either a 3060 or a 3060 Ti. I imagine he's using the Ti. It's a little stronger.
Includes stuff like trees and buildings. The 6 settings you have are these 6 distances, with maxing out both settings, holding up nicely on a 3060 Ti, and a recent dev stream showed us that good performance is possible on a PlayStation 5 on high settings. If you've got an older gen console or low-end PC, the lowest settings will still work fine, just like they did last patch, with the lowest setting being aptly named poor, just to rub that in a little bit.
You can't do that on Xbox.
Heavy metal poisoning was added from consuming snow and hot spring water, so it is exclusive to Sakau, but other changes to sickness are across all the maps. The first is that we now have 15 minutes of immunity from the common cold sickness when we spawn or when we drop a stage from the sickness. So when you drop down from stage 3 to stage 2, you get 15 minutes of immunity before you can go.
15? What? That's why we was getting sick. They didn't change it yet on the when you spawned in with the Dayz early play test they did on PC for Sakau with all the streamers. Bro, you was getting sick within 2 minutes. You didn't have no 15 minutes. If you didn't start that buff, you was
back into stage 3. However, this patch makes it easier to get the first stage of the common cold sickness, and pneumonia was added too, which is deadly if you don't treat it. That's stage 3 common cold sickness. In the stable release of 1.26 or the full release of Frostline, pneumonia became much easier to treat and requires you to be in stage 2 for much longer to get pneumonia, with stage 2 also being harder to reach. So it is deadly still, but it's nowhere near as deadly as it was in experimental or the playtest phases. You can cure any of these stages with multivitamins or having these 4 stats high enough, but these stats will now need to be 10% higher than last patch to reach complete immunity protection.
Dang, they made it to where you gotta pop multivitamins every 2 seconds, don't they?
Much like multivitamins provide. The stats needed to become immune enough to resist cholera and salmonella are still the same as last patch, but you can get salmonella from wolf or bear meat, cooked or raw, as hinted at by their new descriptions about potential parasites. Eating wolf or bear fat won't give you salmonella, at least for now, and eating raw fish will give you food poisoning instead of salmonella this patch, so not all raw meats can be eaten when your immune system is high enough, because food poisoning is not related to your immunity level, or
yeah, you can't eat that with the pills and stuff. So does that mean you can eat the other food with the pills and multivitamins? Anybody know?
Your multivitamin addiction. Temperature has changed significantly in this patch, with the minimum and maximum temperatures on a map, both Chernobyl and Livonia, changing too, with the only real differences being that summer months on Livonia are much hotter, with autumn not being as cold on Chernobyl. Comparing all 3 maps based on their temperatures throughout the year, it appears that Chernobyl is a little hotter than Livonia, with Livonia being colder in the winter, so this might change, with Sakau clearly being much colder than the other months on average. The heat buffer now protects us more though, and has 3 stages of progression, these 3 icons, allowing you to maintain a heat buff in freezing water if there's a fireplace nearby, but it's still not possible to get any plus icon when you're light blue temperature or lower. Speaking of which, it's now a lot easier to achieve flashing.
So you can just chill in the water next to a fire, but if you're already like too cold, it doesn't do no good for you. You're just kind of stuck.
Blue temperature on other maps, which drains your health and hunger very fast, but you lose health from being at a lower temperature at half the rate as you did last patch. So being cold is much less deadly. Also, if any map you're on is cold enough, you can't place garden plots or use greenhouses to grow food, so it's not just Sakau that restricts horticulture. All maps can potentially stop you from doing this.
Dig worms, though. I said it was kind of weird.
Finally, for temperature, gas stoves don't give you the heat buff anymore. The torch has been heavily nerfed in terms of temperature, but the heat packs last longer and make us 33% warmer when used.
Dang, everybody's going to be running heat packs for days.
The size of the tiers on Sakau has changed more than we first assumed. Tier 1 has been expanded to cover most of the main island now, but there are some holes in it to cut out Tier 2 at base camp, the quarry and the prison camp. The south end of the airfield is now Tier 3 along with most of the town area, so you can find good gear here, including the plastic explosive inside industrial sheds, but not the filtering bottle like I previously mentioned. That's not going to spawn at the medic tents because
you can't get the bottle no more spawned in. I thought it was. A lot of these updates have already taken place. They're already implemented. So we're going to look at them when we join the game here in a little bit. I might even start this stream over. So if you guys want, you can re-come. If not,
they're tier 2. I also mentioned the M79 was
that
tier
way
4
we ain't mixing
only.
the streams
It's
together.
still tier 3 and 4. My bad. But to pay you back for my incompetence, we found 2 water springs on Sakau.
You guys know that? There's water on the
Shantar and Solisco. Located here and now available on the Dayz map tool if you want to find those.
That's going to be the
You'll also
deeper
find
space
tiers and loot
locations.
areas on this map.
Those water spots on those islands are going to make those islands crazily populated, I feel like. Because people can go there and get water and chill and
now to military, medical, hunting, whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it. And I added the ability to create custom pins that you can share with other people. So if your friend is a bit too good at stashing vehicles, he's at work right now, he can't show you where it is, he can send you his custom pins to your map, and then you can find that vehicle. I think that's a pretty cool feature. Full patch notes if you want to read them here. As for this video, I've only...
Custom pins can also be shared. Loot tier, added a loot menu to highlight military. Is this for I Survive? I'm surprised he's promoting I Survived, because Dayz don't really like that. They like to sell their own map.
You scratch the surface on what the changes are this patch, so you need to binge my other videos to get the absolute details.
Alright everybody, this is a bunch of the new stuff that's coming out lately. I just kind of wanted to do a little react, you know, because I've been playing this game for so many years now, and they've done so many changes. This game has changed so much, it's crazy. It's like that they just constantly got new ideas and trying to change stuff around and stuff like that. So hope you all appreciated this stream. We might do more. We might do some more of these soon. And like I said, I'm just gonna restart this video. We'll make a new one and start a new Dayz live. I do love everybody long time. I hope you